Hello, I am José Ignacio Riaño, and this is the presentation for my final project of the course Advanced Python for Data Science, taught by Dr. Scott Gorling in Harvard. In this presentation, I will tell you about what I did, how I did it, and how can you benefit from my work. To give you a very brief introduction, what I did was creating a new Luigi target for Dropbox so that a developer can use Luigi to read and save files in the Dropbox.com cloud. As you might already know, Dropbox is a convenient and very popular way to store and share files in the cloud, both for individual users and business. In fact, it was named by Gartner as a Magic Quadrant leader for content collaboration platforms. I created this target using the Dropbox API, and this target is now available at my GitHub repository, so you can download it and use it like any other target, for example local target or S3 target. I assume that most of you know about Dropbox and of course about Luigi, but just in case, Dropbox is a cloud storage and file synchronization service. The users can send and get files from the Dropbox cloud using its application, which is available for Windows, Linux, Macintosh, Android and iOS, also from its website, and using its API. It's a REST API and has SDKs for many languages, including Python. Luigi is a Python framework that we have used a lot in this course. It's designed to help with building complex pipelines for batch jobs, and its main concepts are tasks and targets. Tasks are operations on data, and targets are places where Luigi will read data from or store data in. As you can see in the image, Luigi already provides a lot of targets. It has targets for local systems, targets for HDFS, for clouds like S3 or Azure Blob Storage, but there is no target for Dropbox. Since Dropbox offers a free storage of 2 GB and does not require a credit card to create an account, I think that this Dropbox target will be very useful for small projects that require sharing or storing files in the cloud. Of course, users of premium accounts will also be able to use this target. My code creates a new Dropbox target that can be used much like the already existing ones. If you compare both the snippets of code, you can see that both targets behave in a similar way. Of course, their implementation and inner workings are quite different. In order to implement the target, I have created the files of Dropbox.py and DroboxTest.py, and also modified the already existing files Travis and Tox. Dropbox.py contains the implementation of the target and also some auxiliary classes like Dropbox Client, which manages the authentication. On the other hand, we have Dropbox Test, Travis and Tox, which deal with testing the code and are required by the Luigi contributor guidelines. Here you can see a simplified architecture diagram. The green boxes represent Luigi classes, the blue box represents the Dropbox class, which is provided by the Dropbox Python SDK, and the red boxes are the classes that I have created for this project. As you can see, my classes extend from abstract classes of the Luigi module. This will allow the target to have the same interface as the rest of the already existing targets. The Dropbox library contains methods that are useful for managing the files in the Dropbox cloud. It provides methods for uploading, downloading, renaming, listing directories, and so on. This class will be used by my Dropbox Client class, which in turn will be used by the most important method of the Dropbox Target class, the open method. In this slide and in the next one, I'm going to show you some interesting pieces of code. Of course, my full code is in my GitHub repository and you are more than welcome to read it and, if you want, improve it. One interesting thing is that Luigi must be compatible with Python 2 and Python 3, so we must code keeping this in mind. This means importing absolute import to change the default behavior of import in Python 2, or using tempfile.mkdtemp instead of temfile.temporary directory, which is only available in Python 3. Also, following the Luigi guidelines, we use logging and warn the user when he's trying to import our target without installing the Dropbox SDK first. Some other interesting pieces of code are context managers, which we saw in this course, and also the use of restructured text for commenting the classes and the methods. This documentation format is required by the Luigi contributor guidelines. The tests for my code are in Dropbox test.py. They require a Dropbox account to be run. So in order to allow for the rest of the test to run even without a Dropbox account, I have separated my tests into new text environments which I define in the docs.ini file. In this slide, you can see that Travis automatically runs the test for our new docs environments. Not only it is important to verify that the tests for our DroboxTarget pass correctly, but also we have to verify that the already existing tests, especially the ones for documentation and for Flakegate, still pass too. Previously, I said that in order to use this new DroboxTarget, you need to create a token. In this slide, you can see how this token is generated and used, and also you can see how to install the DroboxTarget from my GitHub repository. Finally, here you can see an example of a Luigi workflow that downloads a file from Dropbox, uses its data, in this example it's a pandas group by, and then uploads the results. As you can see, this is very similar to a workflow done using a local target or an S3 target. Now I am going to show you a working demo of the code that I showed you in the previous slide. In the lower right corner of the screen, you can see the sales file, and in fact the Windows Explorer is showing you a preview of this CSV file. I am going to create a new folder inside Dropbox, and then I am going to upload it manually. Now that the file is here, our code will download it and then we'll process it using pandas and re-upload it again to Dropbox. Let's run it to see how it works. You can see that this progress looks okay, and in fact a new folder has been created for us called data out as expected, and inside it we have the CSV with the summary of the sales. And thank you very much for your attention. I had a lot of fun and learned a lot while creating this DroboxTarget, and I hope you have enjoyed my presentation. I have already created a pull request, and I expect that my code will be merged into the official Luigi repository so that everyone that is currently using Luigi will be able to use the Dropbox Cloud Storage service from their code. If you have any question or suggestion, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can find my email address in my GitHub profile, or if you prefer, you can leave me a comment here in YouTube. So again, thank you for your attention and goodbye.